morning, Florida. Welcome back here to another weather forecast. My name is Andrew Heischman. Now, for today, we got ourselves another update here for y'all here regarding the Florida weather over the next few days. So we have ourselves quite a few things we're going to talk about in today's video. Starting off here with the satellite and radar view here this morning. Then we're going to dive into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We're going to take a look at the future radar as well. Then we're going to move into the temperature outlook here for today. Those max expected temperatures here. We're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center outlook for any tropical activity. Then lastly, we're going to take a look at the wind speeds and the wind gusts here for today. But anyways, my friends, if you do ultimately enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, my friends, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So, taking a look here this morning, we have ourselves a little bit of shower activity along the western panhandle of Florida. We got ourselves a lot of cloud cover out in this region here as of this morning. Hopping over here towards the Big Bend region up in northern Florida, a little bit of clouds, but a little bit of sun peeking through as well this morning. Really no showers expected, or ongoing, I should really say, at this point across bits of northern Florida. And then we dive into central Florida here. Honestly, kind of the same thing, couple clouds here and there, but relatively clear in some spots, especially out there by the Tampa Bay area. We are definitely looking pretty clear as of now. And then we dive into South Florida. We actually got a little bit of shower, a little bit of storm activity here out there by the Everglades, just south of the Everglades, I should say. Out by the Keys here, a couple showers is popping off here as of this morning. All right, everybody, now we're shifting gears over here into the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for any possible severe weather here for today. I am happy to say that we are not expecting any severe weather, but we do have ourselves a general thunderstorm threat across bits of the western panhandle of Florida for today. As we hop our way over here towards the Big Bend in northern Florida, we do not have any risk for any storms here for today, which is definitely good. Same thing for bits of central Florida. It just depends on kind of where you're at here, mostly south of Orlando, south of Tampa. This is where we're starting to see that thunderstorm risk here also in play, which includes bits of like southern Polk County here, bits of the Space Coast and whatnot. And then we dive into South Florida. The thunderstorm threat does continue well into the South Florida. A couple storms will be possible here. So let's go ahead and hop over here into the future radar. Let's go ahead and take a look here at what we could see here for today. Alrighty, friends, so now we're working our way over here into the future radar here for today. Here for this morning, we could see a couple of showers like we mentioned across bits of the panhandle, maybe a little bit of southern Florida as well. And as we work our way into the afternoon, you can actually see here right around 6 o'clock p.m. or so, we do start to see a little bit of shower, maybe a little bit of storm activity here for bits of central and lower Florida here. Possibly some storms out by Naples right around this time as well. A couple of showers could persist up there by the Big Bend region of Florida. And as we continue into the later evening, right around midnight actually, we can still see that according to the HRRR model, we might still have a couple of storms possibly out by the Fort Myers area. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for it. But overall, not a super stormy day today, but a couple of storms will be possible once again for areas of the Panhandle, a little bit of central and southern Florida here for today. All right, everybody. So now we're going to take a look here at the expected temperatures here for today. We're going to take a look right around 4 o'clock p.m. because that is when we do have the peak heating here, which is the hottest part of the day. Starting off here in bits of the Panhandle, we are expecting a quite warm day for a lot of Florida here, but for bits of the Panhandle, possibly here out there by Pensacola, Santa Rosa, we could be in the upper 70s, maybe lower mid 80s here for the most part, but it definitely starts to get pretty warm, especially as you go out there by Tallahassee. Upper 80s, lower 90s is expected here for today. So then we dive up here into northern Florida. Now, this is where it actually gets really, really warm here, and it's going to be the same way pretty much across bits of central Florida as well as we're getting ready to see, but areas out here could see the lower to mid 90s here for today. Bits of central Florida is looking the same out there by the Tampa area, possibly in the mid 90s here for today. Orlando possibly as well. And then we dive into South Florida, and believe it or not, it's actually going to be a little bit cooler out here in South Florida for today. As you can see out there by Miami, possibly more into the mid 80s rather than the mid 90s like central and northern Florida here. So definitely is going to be a quite warm day for the peninsula here for today. So definitely be ready for that. All right, everybody, so now we're diving our way over here into the tropical weather outlook, the official National Hurricane Center forecast, and I am happy to say out there in the Atlantic Basin, we are not expecting any storms anytime soon. The MDR, the main development region, looks pretty clear as of now. The waters are still a little cool out there, but we'll have to keep an eye on the future. There's been a little bit of model talk showing maybe a couple systems becoming a concern for maybe the Gulf here for like next week, but I'm not buying it quite yet. There's a couple models that's been hinting towards it. If it does become more likely, then we'll definitely talk about it. But as of right now, Hurricane Center has nothing on it. There's a few ensembles that show a system possibly working in later next week, about like 7 to 10 days out, which is a little far. So we'll just see how that plays out here. Now, out there in the Pacific, it is honestly very crazy out there. We still do have Amanda, but Amanda is now a tropical depression. It's been downgraded from a tropical storm now to a tropical depression. And we now have an upgrade in terms of both of those disturbances here. Disturbance 1 here to south of Mexico City. This one has an overall 90% chance of development here in the next 7 days. So we are definitely likely going to be seeing a tropical depression at least out of the system here. So Not really expected anything super crazy with Disturbance 1, but like I mentioned, 90% chance probability of development overall. And even the next 48 hours, the next 2 days, we have a 90% chance here of development as well. So then we work our way to the other Disturbance. Now, this one is also in high probability of development here in the next 7 days. Also, the next 48 hours here, both at a 70% chance here. So, these two systems really have a good shot at becoming at least a depression. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. I think Disturbance 2 could be a little more severe. This system, according to the models, kind of stalls out a little bit. Maybe works its way a little bit westward, maybe picking up some strength, possibly into tropical storm status. There's a couple models that hint possible hurricane development out of it, but I'm not buying it quite yet either. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But like I mentioned, for Florida, given this is a Florida video, this is not going to be a concern for any of us out here. So honestly, in terms of the tropics here for Florida, we are looking good as of now. All right, everybody, so now we're moving our way over here into the future wind speeds here for today. We are not really expecting much of a windy day here, although we could see possible winds between 10 and 15 miles an hour here across bits of central Florida here later on today. This is pretty typical with Florida, so a little bit of gusty winds here will be possible. Now, in terms of gusts, taking a look here at the expected wind gusts here for today, they could be a little bit stronger here. We could see possibly some gusts between 20, maybe 25 miles an hour across bits of central Florida. This is right around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, according to the HRRR. So, it could get a little gusty, but like I mentioned, this is pretty much typical Florida, during the summer months, which, we're not in summer yet, but we're getting closer, but this is typical for this time of year. All right, everybody, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this quick update. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And I almost forgot to do the question of the day here. For your question of today, what is your favorite video game? Leave it down in the comments, and I might just heart your comment, my friends. But, all right, everybody, well, thank you all so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you all here for tomorrow for another update. You guys take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.